sports gambling was always something that was completely verboten. It was something that was sort of in the shadows. It was something that leagues stayed far away from. It was something that networks like ESPN would stay far away from. Those days are obviously long behind us. You hear a lot about legal sports gambling on this show. The Bussin' Boys, obviously sports gambling is a huge part of what you do, so we put those all out there as a preamble because it might be in the back of people's minds, and we acknowledge that this is a different time and place. However, there is a fine line, not so fine, there is a bold line that obviously has to be drawn between legal sports gambling when it comes to the public and anything that might infiltrate into locker rooms and into teams. And it is, we all knew it was going to be a complication.
You got caught. You got caught. Everyone gets caught. NBA players and coaches were busted up for getting involved in sports gambling. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about how the NBA has a massive problem as players and coaches were caught gambling. Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, and Damon Jones all got busted up for getting involved with sports gambling. Clearly, this scandal is a massive problem for all of these men who are dealing with the mafia. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. What is your reaction to the NBA having a massive gambling scandal right now? I have three reactions regarding the situation. The first reaction I have to this occurring is it is inevitable the NBA will be found guilty. The second reaction I have to this happening is Gilbert Arenas more than likely snitched. And the final reaction I have to this happening is NBA players and coaches were stupid to get involved. Those are my three reactions regarding this situation occurring. Now I want to go ahead and break down the first reaction. It is inevitable the NBA will be found guilty of this. I understand that there is a concept called innocent until proven guilty, but when the FBI comes knocking on your door and wanting to arrest people, they usually have some pretty strong stuff on you, and when there's smoke, there's fire, and clearly the FBI has strong information against Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups. Otherwise, why would those guys get arrested in the first place? We already saw Terry Rozier get busted up for sports gambling earlier this year. I know the NBA cleared him, but let's be completely honest with ourselves. We all knew that Terry Rozier was throwing away games and betting the under on himself. That's why he had some inexplicable turnovers. It's also problematic Chauncey Billups got himself involved in the scandal, since not only is he a former NBA player, he's actually a current NBA head coach. How are you going to be an NBA head coach and get caught in a gambling scandal? It's a bad look all around. If I'm the Portland Trail Blazers, I'm seriously considering parting ways with Chauncey Billups, regardless of how the results are going to play out in court. I believe Chauncey Billups is guilty in some sort of capacity. I'm not saying that he is definitely guilty, but it is not looking too good for him whatsoever. The second reaction I have to this occurring is Gilbert Arenas more than likely snitched. I feel even stronger about this takeaway than the first takeaway I had, because Gilbert Arenas got arrested earlier this summer for something involving with sports gambling, and Gilbert Arenas already confessed that he will be willing to snitch out on people in order to save his own ass, which is exactly what Gilbert Arenas did. Gilbert Arenas is out of prison and he's going back to making podcasts. He's acting like nothing is happening. It's pretty obvious Gilbert Arenas exchanged some information with the FBI. You guys also have to remember that he has poker games located in Los Angeles, which guess what? Gilbert Arenas lives in that area right now, so it's pretty clear to me Gilbert Arenas is more than likely involved in some sort of way. Obviously, more stuff is going to come out. This is not going to be the end all be all. I wouldn't be surprised if more stuff came out in the future. It's not a good look as to where the NBA is headed right now. A lot of people are already sick and fed up with the NBA to begin with. Now you got the gambling scandal occur. This is a disaster for the NBA to have this happen, especially with the low ratings that is occurring in their sports league. I also want to show you guys this clip of Shaq trashing these NBA players and coaches for getting involved with sports gambling. I 1000% agree with what Shaq had to say. It makes perfect sense. This is why I like Inside the NBA a lot. Those guys actually know what they're talking about for the most part. Roll the film.
We all know the letter of the law when it comes to gambling and sports gambling, and I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like, every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some craps and I'll play some roulette, but Never gambled at anybody's house. Don't know anything about poker, so I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Chauncey thing. But I know Chauncey. I know Damon very well. Played with Damon, so I don't want to sit up here. But I'm ashamed that those guys would put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood: all money ain't good money. So if you're making $9 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need? Especially if you know you get caught, you can do jail time, lose your career. Put a bad image on yourself or your family or on the NBA. I agree with you, Chuck. They dropped the ball.
100%.
They had this
100% dropped the ball.
And like you never want to have your name involved in that when you know the letter of the law. And Ernie, again, I know for a fact every year they cancel practice and say don't do this and don't do that and don't do that. So all the guys had the information.
Thank you! Exactly. NBA players were more than stupid to get involved in this gambling scandal to begin with. And same thing for the coaches too. These guys make way too much money to get involved in sports gambling. You guys are multi-millionaires. Why do you guys feel the need to put on parlays on a consistent basis when you are part of that sport? Look, I could understand if a broke college kid was getting into sports gambling. I wouldn't say that it's a good idea. I wouldn't advise my kid to get involved in sports gambling. But if a broke college kid was doing it and he was saying, I'm just trying to make some extra money on the side, okay, I can kind of understand it, although I don't agree with it. But these guys are making way too much money to get involved in this kind of thing in the first place. What do you even gain out of it? Thrill? Do you really feel that excited to gamble on sports in order to get that satisfaction in your heart? I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous what some of these players and coaches got themselves to. Terry Rozier is making millions of dollars in the bank right now, and he already has millions of dollars in his previous contracts. If Terry Rozier wanted to retire today and live a happy life, he would have enough money set up for him and his family for generations to come. But no, instead he decided to do something stupid like sports gambling. That's why Terry Rozier should be getting roasted even more. Same thing for Chauncey Billups. Why are you getting yourself involved in this, particularly when you are the leader of an NBA locker room? It's an unacceptable look for a head coach to be getting involved in this, especially for a player too. But at the end of the day, it's a bad look for Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups to get involved in this. The FBI arrested them. This is a serious case. And as for Damon Jones, why are you providing inside information to sports bettors about LeBron James' injury before the injury report was leaked out? I mean, that is intentionally fraud behavior you are committing, and Damon Jones should be held responsible for that too. I hope all this goes down as a lesson for people to learn about how gambling works and why people shouldn't get involved in it to begin with, particularly if you're associated with said sport. It's a terrible look for the NBA right now, and if I'm Adam Silver, I'm freaking out in my office big time, and I'm going to put out harsh punishments for all of these people involved in this incident because it is ruining the integrity of the NBA. But hey, let's see if Adam Silver actually does those things. If he does, then I guess credit to him. But am I expecting him to go hard on these players? We'll see what happens. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I am certainly hoping that he will. So that is why I feel it is inevitable the NBA will be found guilty of this. Gilbert Arenas more than likely snitched, and NBA players and coaches were stupid to get involved, as Adam Silver has a massive problem to deal with in terms of the NBA having credibility whatsoever. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinStran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinStran and @SportsGuyTalking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinStran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, Check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.